Fight fans, thank you for tuning in for another wonderful episode and installment of the Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week. And I'm joined by my man, Cedric Benn out of Windsor. Looks like he's enjoying the lovely weather today. Cedric, let's get into the short weekend of fights. And definitely, we gotta mention this knockout quick, eh?
It was a quick knockout. One that you might have seen because it was kind of a lower level pro show. I'll let you give the names, and I'll describe.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so we had last night DeCare Scott, pro 5-0, 5 knockouts, heavy division. He's 48 out of 286 in the States. He's 189 out of almost 1,100 in the world. His nickname is Mac Truck. 23 years old, 5'10", out of Decatur, Georgia, USA. And he's promoted by Greg Cohen. What I like about this kid, he's a 100% finish artist, man. And, what 100%, brother, 100% finish artist. So, that's
his last KO was probably the best one. I know last week I described the knockout, the little jab to head and straight cross to the body. He did that twice. This week, he came with started with a jab to the body, moved another jab to the body, and then he came with a jab to the body.
Whoa! Yes, guys. If you can find it, man, search for it. It's out of Buckhead Fight Club in Atlanta. They've been doing a lot of live streams out of that place for the last year or so. They always put on a good event. Always some wicked fighters coming out of there. So, guys, make sure you go Google this fight. DeCare Scott, Buckhead Fight Club. You'll love to see this, man. He's fighting. What's his name? Quintel. Was it Quintel? I can't remember the other gentleman's name. I'm sorry. But, yes, go out and check this out, man. DeCare Scott, KO. This is a great. This is one of the ones that we always talk about where you're not defending when you fall. It's one of those ones where your hands aren't up. And, man, you face dove into that mat like an ostrich in the sand, brother. And, they're dangerous. Those kind of knockouts are dangerous, because you're not defending yourself as you're falling to your face. And you know what? It's a devastating one. Guys, if you can see it, go and search it, man. DeCare Scott, Buckhead Fight Club, knockout. Very devastating. This kid, you know what, man? He doesn't look the fittest. Let's put it that way, man. He looks like a brawler, man. He looks like, he spends the weekend eating wings and friggin' pizza and ribs. But, he's coming through and he's smoking guys with these big hands of his. And you know what? 5-0. He's 5-0, 5 knockouts, 100%. As long as this guy gets the right behind him.
It's not just brute force. It's actually skill, man. He's not just, one punch power, but he's setting it up properly, not just
definitely.
Random. So definitely KO of the week.
You know what? Honestly, yes, it had to be. It had to be the KO of the week because you know what? It's just come on. I love these ones, man. This kid was out. By the way, his name is Jaden Booth. It just came back to me. He was 3-2 before this fight last. I believe it was Friday night, right? That fight happened. And guys, was it Thursday? Okay, yeah, Thursday. My days are kind of blending together here. It's been a long weekend. But yes, definitely, guys, go check this out. You're gonna love watching this knockout, man. It doesn't take long. It's real fast, man. Jaden Booth, DeCare Scott, go check it out, man. It's our Knuckle Up Knockout of the week. And, once you watch it, you're going to know exactly what we're talking about, man. It's one of these devastating, unprotected falls to the mat. And, this kid was sleeping from that punch.
Add that one to the list when we have to rank the KO. Oh yeah, that was heavyweight, so we don't.
That's heavy. Don't worry. The list is going to be up on the wall soon. The list will be up on the wall soon when I get back to my place.
Remind people again of the list that we're creating.
And the list we're going to create, guys, listening around the world, tuning in, we're going to create a list right now to find out which division in professional boxing is bringing the baddest and most knockouts in boxing today. We're going to find out, man, because you know what? Honestly, at one point in time, it used to be the heavyweights, you know, but these guys, you know, 135 to 140, you know, 160s to 168s, these guys are, you know, they're coming up with some devastating finishes, man, and that's what we like, and that's why we profile these guys. And you know what? We're never wrong when we pick. Never wrong. Never wrong. Challenge you to find a better one.
Exactly.
But yes, honestly, you know, he's the winner. Dakar Scott, congratulations. Knockout of the week. Definitely, I'm going to try and reach out to this kid, see if we can get in touch with him, get him on the show. Carl, we see you again, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Always much love to Last Bell Boxing. So,
Yes, sir.
big
Yes,
news.
sir.
The big news. Charlo. What a big fight, man. Cedric, did you?
It was. Can you hear me? Okay, still?
Yeah, man. I can hear you fine.
Close fight. Castano was gonna bring a tough test to Charlo. Scored the fight 116 to 112 for Charlo. To go back and tell you which exact rounds I had it, but you know, they could have went either way. So I can't really see Charlo winning, but you know, a lot of I can see. I guess not that I can't see Charlo. I thought Castano did a little bit more work, and you know the when Charlo did land him landing, but Castano was a bit 10 seconds. I'm seeing on social media a lot of people are saying just trying to steal the last 10 seconds. Castano was doing that, being busy in the last 10 seconds, but it wasn't just doing work. For every combination he was throwing, maybe only 3 or 4 of them were landing. They were still landing. Go ahead. I'll
Honestly, I feel that Charlo really didn't let his hands go the way he could have. I felt like it was too much of just relying on the jab and then not finishing up with the right, almost taking too long to preload and then losing the opportunity to follow through after that lead jab. And you know what, for a guy like Charlo, a veteran in the game, lots of fights under his belt, last time he was knocked out on the canvas was I believe 2016. And for a guy like that, to be in a big match like that, especially a history-making match, undisputed, 154 pounds, first time in history in the 4-belt era, man, honestly, I felt he was kind of sleeping on it, man. And, Castellano, he came through and, he stuck to his game plan, and it gave Charlo trouble, man.
It definitely gave him trouble. Better for any boxers listening right now, when he was moving, or necessarily want to stand there and trade the whole time, you want to move, but first to get yourself back to the center of the ring, not to go from Robles trying to get away from Castano, but Castano with Charlo was just simply going from rope to rope as opposed to just making a sharp of the ring. The few times that he did do the sharp turn, he didn't take advantage of the few times that he did have an opportunity for punching, and that made the difference for me in victory.
Honestly, yeah. What blew my mind was the scorecards, man. Stephen Weisfield, 113, 114. We had Tim Chedham, 114, 114. Nelson Vasquez. What fight was he watching? Because he scored this thing
That
117 to 111.
We gotta start making sure people remember these judges' names, because I don't know what else we have to like. What fight was he watching that he really thought? I thought a lot of the rounds might have been close, but I don't know about that.
Not to be six ahead at the end, man. That was, I might have had it two ahead at the most, but 6 ahead, man. It's kind of nuts. So you know what? I think we're gonna add another list to the list of what we're making, and it's gonna be these judges that have no idea what fight they're watching, man. We got to make that list so we at least know what to expect when these guys are judging these fights ringside. He should, yes, Carl. Definitely. He should be investigated for that card. That card was ridiculous. And honestly, I think the fight fans got robbed last night. I think they got robbed. History-making undisputed champion. Everybody wanted to see that, man. Especially with the Fury Wilder fight getting postponed due to COVID and all the other things that are going on in boxing. Realistically, boxing needed that, man. We needed to see that undisputed champion last night. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. But you know what? I don't know. You know what, Carl? I don't know if Castano will not get a rematch either. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Only time will tell.
Well, I think that was within the Castano was in the PBC too. A lot of these organizations are companies, so with that being there, I think there's a good chance that they would. At that 154-pound division, there's a lot of good guys fight, because I don't think there's a clear cut advantage of anybody. Nobody has a before, so all those fights would be even. Hopefully, they do have a rematch. Lots of good fights. What's that the tall guy? He's like 6'7". Shoot, top of my head, I forget his name. Sorry, what did you say?
Was it Brandon Figueroa or something like that?
He's like 6'7", at the 154-pound division. Oh shoot.
I think it's Brandon.
There's a few guys at that division, whether it's Erickson Lubin, who will ago in the first round, but since then has been on like a 5-fight winning streak. Lots of guys. I still think he didn't look good in his last fight. In his last fight, when he had because of COVID, plus his father passed away, so I think that has a little bit to do with it. I still think he could come back. I still think he's a good 4-pound division. So lots of good fights that could happen. Definitely.
You know what? The card at least had a couple of great knockouts on it. If you can get a hold of the prelims, guys, go and check it. In the heavyweight division, we had Roberto Zalva Jr. Fighting against Levi James West. West was in his pro debut. It went 4 rounds with a knockout. Also, we had Ahmed Medina versus Reginald Hinson. And both these guys, young fighters, green behind the ear. One guy's got 2-0, the other guy's 1-0. And that was another 4th round knockout. So at least we got to see some knockouts. But the one fight that I wanted to talk about was Aleem and Vidal. That turned out to be a pretty good fight, man. I was pretty impressed with Aleem and his ability to get on that inside and really bring it to Vidal like he hasn't been brought it before. And it really showed in the score, in the cards, man. And, it was a really close match. Cedric, did you get a chance to watch this?
No. But everyone's telling me that was a good one, sure.
Yeah. Well, it puts it now at Vidal did come through with the win last night. So he's improving to 13-0. Aleem, he kind of needed that win, man, last night. So we don't know what's going to happen with this guy, but he's got some new coaching behind him. So you know what? Maybe we'll still see some more of this guy in the future. But the Romero fight. I know you watched this one. Unfortunately, my system crapped out, and I actually missed that entire fight. So run us through it, man. Run us through it.
Stuff. I only caught the last couple of rounds. He fought a replacement. He's a very interesting fighter, man, because he's crowd pleasing fighters. Because he's coming to knock you out. He's not just stand there and jab with you. He'd be a little bit, but he'll stretch the rules a little bit. Defense needs to be improved a little bit because he was getting he should not have been getting touched up with. The interest out he's calling out Gervonta Davis seems pretty confident in that fight. I mean, we'll see. He's back in October. Doesn't have an opponent yet. So it is, Floyd said Davis is only fighting. So we'll see. Possible opponent. I don't think it's gonna be exciting because he's not gonna run. He's gonna stand there and actually it won't go the distance. So that is a potential KO of the.
Definitely. Well, according to the results last night, Romero, TKO 7th round. Romero deducted 1 point for hitting on the break in round 5. Yidja was down in round 5, twice in round 7. Title not on the line for Yidja. He weighed in 5.2 pounds heavy. So, unfortunate that there was no title up for grabs, but definitely a good fight. From what I've read, I haven't gone and watched it yet, but I'm definitely going to go and check it out. So it was great. Good to see. We loved it. And guys, make sure you go and check this stuff out, man. Our knockout of the week, Mr. DiCara Buckhead. Go check that out. Love it. It's very fast, very easy. One of these great knockouts that we like to see. No hands, face to the mat, just like we like, man. Carl, I know that you don't endorse gambling, and I don't think there'll be a rematch either. So why don't we just split on the beers, and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, fighting fans around the world, thanks for tuning in. Talkin' Fight, Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week with Mike Orr at 4. We'll see you tomorrow, Monday, same time, same channel. Cedric, we're about to sign off, brother. So you came back just in time. So yes, Sunday knockout goes to DeCare. Make sure you check him out. Cedric, thanks again for joining me. What a great time. You know what it is, man. Knuckle up.